Hello everyone. Welcome all to the first session of AI powered Selenium with Java along with rest assured concepts. Before we go ahead with the demo, I want quickly to introduce by stating your name, your place, whether if you are in IT, how many years of experience. I want you to tell your name, from which part of the globe you are attending this session, and how many years of experience you have. Please, can anyone start introducing yourself?
Yeah, I can start. Hi, this is Anamika. I'm attending from Bangalore, and I
Hmm.
have almost 10 years of experience in IT.
Great. How about others?
Yeah, let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, I'm Isha Training Solutions. I'm joining from Chandrapur, Maharashtra, and I have over 5 years of experience in the IT.
Great. Great.
Hi everyone, this is Balram. I have total 15 years of experience. I'm joining from Hyderabad.
Great, Balram. Yeah. Next, guys.
Yeah, hi. This is Sharad Mane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have total 15 plus years of experience and I'm from Mumbai location.
Great. Yeah.
Hi, myself
Last.
Mahesh.
Yes.
I'm from Hyderabad and I'm having 10 years of experience in IT.
Great.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Purnima.
Hi. This is Purnima, and I am having 8 years of experience in IT. Mostly, I'm into testing domain, and I'm joining from Sweden location.
Oh, great, Purnima. Great. Last 1 more minute, guys. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, Bahu Sahib. Go ahead.
Yes, yes. I'm Bhausab Kandare from Pune. I don't have experience in IT, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing work in tech support.
For how many years?
3 plus years.
Okay, great. Yes. Who's next?
Yeah, hi, this is Vasu. I'm having 5 years of experience from Hyderabad location.
Okay, great.
Hello, this is Swati from Pune. I have 18 years of experience in
Oh,
quality engineering area.
great. We have 18 years, 15 years, 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, and one with 3 years. Who's next?
Hi, this is Arun. I'm from Chennai and I have 10 years of experience into testing.
Okay, great. Who's next? Last 1 minute, guys. Okay. Okay, for the people who have joined recently, I just want you all to drop your name, from which part of the globe you're attending the session, and how many years of experience you have. Just drop in your introductions quickly in the chat box for the people who have joined recently. So with this, let's get started, guys. I hope everyone is able to see the screen.
Yes.
Okay, just give me a moment. Poonam 10 years testing. Okay, now we are able to see the screen now, guys, everyone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So majority of them are from IT industry. So directly I'll not ask what is testing and all these things. So I want to know this answers from all of you. Why automation testing is important for you? Why do you feel automation testing is very much important for you? Quick feedback from everyone.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just
Yeah,
reduce
just
the
clarification. It's related to REST assured or AP automation, right?
Anything. Like in general, I'm asking why automation testing is important. You can tell it from API perspective or Selenium perspective, doesn't matter.
No, sorry, I was confused. Like I got two links. One is Selenium.
Yeah. No worries. Both of them are same. Both of them are the same.
So
Okay.
you're teaching REST assured AP automation, both courses.
Yes.
Thank
So
you,
I'll
thank you.
explain everything. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
yeah. So why automation testing is important?
To save time.
To save time.
To
Okay.
reduce manual efforts. So currently we are in a microservice
Mm.
thing,
To
right?
save time
So
and to rerun multiple times.
Okay. Yeah. Balaram, you were saying something.
yeah. So currently, if the industry is going through microservices, right? So,
Yes.
doing a manual testing is a very tedious thing and people need everything to be, at spot. So I think
Mm.
automation plays a major role during the deployment part for the validations,
Mm.
and have the task automated so that, we have
Mm.
everything at one place.
Great. How about others?
To save the cost as well.
Okay, Ashwini, yeah, saving cost.
Yes.
How about others?
Yeah.
Guys, I wanted to.
Even
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
automation is needed now. Like if you have any manual testing requirement, they need the automation guy expert.
Okay, great.
Reusability.
Reusability. Okay, great. So I would advocate every one of your points, like why automation testing is so important. Saves time, saves effort, and one of them pointed a very wonderful point that a lot of microservices are coming. But Balaram, for your information, we are slowly migrating to monolithics also very quickly. From microservices era to monolithics era very soon in next 6 to 8 months. So the testing will become more and more difficult by doing manual testing. So that is where we have to use automation with manual testing. I'm not saying that we have to bar or debar manual testing. We want manual testing also to work hand in hand with the automation testing. That is my state. And why automation testing is important? Save costs, saves money, repetitive types of repetitive execution, executing the code in multiple environments like UAT, Dev, QA, etc. I hope everyone is agreeing with my points.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Save of cost. If the cost is saved, then the project managers and the stakeholders are very much happy.
Yeah, manager needs that.
Yes. So by this infograph, what will you understand? Like a team advocating only manual process versus a team advocating both manual and automated process. What do you infer from this graph with respect to 2026? We are in the year 2026. So what will be the state of the teams preaching only manual testing versus incorporating automation into the testing process? Can anyone throw some insights on this?
In manual, we can see there is a lot of time required to complete the task or the work.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we can see into the manual side image, there is a multiple work handy into the employee. And
Mm-hmm.
if we consider or compare from the automation side, so we can see that employee completed within a limited time, we can complete the our task or our work, and also it's easy, it's maintainable, and also the results are we can say quick as compared to the manual. And
Mm-hmm.
also because if we do the manual, so into the manual we come across the multiple errors or the
Mm-hmm.
issues, so which help into the automation side, so we can reduce all those things.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yes.
Mm. How about others?
For regression point of view, the automation test cases is very helpful.
Mhm. Okay, great. How about others? Last a minute or two. Last minute or two, I'll be taking one quick answers. How about
And
others?
also it makes our life easier using
Validation is
automation.
fast compared to the manual testing.
Great, great. The rate where we ship the products will be quicker once we start implementing automation testing, right? The absurd, we can match the absurd rate that the market is currently talking about. Like we have to ship the products quickly, we have to test the products quickly, we have to validate the products quickly. Along with quickness, they want to be us to be agile, smart, and effective also. So that is where we incorporate automation testing in our day-to-day testing lifecycle, especially in the year 2026 onwards. So what are the advantages of automation testing? Reliability. So test cases perform precisely the same set of operations each time they are run, thereby eliminating human error. Like suppose if I say like execute this regression suite for next 1 month. So it will perform the same set of operations each time they are running. Repeatability, enabling the capability to test how the software reacts under repeated execution of the same operations. Meaning what? You need to understand, like for suppose for an account, I have to make a payment of 10,000 rupees. So I want to make this activity run for 100 times. So we will understand how the payment gateway is working when I'm repeatedly targeting for 100 times. We will also understand how the application is behaving properly or not. Is the application getting stuck or not for that particular single screen when I'm doing the activities continuously? Comprehensiveness provides the ability to build a suite of tests that covers each and every feature in your application. So that means what? We are building a suite of test cases that covers each and every major feature in your application. Like we'll be ensuring a vast coverage of your tests in your application. Better quality software, I will come later. Reusability, enabling reusability of tests on different versions of application. Like suppose if I want to do the testing on 5.3.5, I can run the same script. If I want to do the testing on version 5.3.4, I can do the same testing. There's no problem with it, even if the UI changes. So that we can also test how our application is working with the backward compatibility and how our application is working with the latest changes. These kind of testing also can be done with the help of automation testing. Programmability provides the ability to program sophisticated tests that bring out hidden information from the application. So that what do you mean by that? Suppose, like I'll give you a live example which I've encountered in one of my previous organizations. So the login animation was supposed to finish in 5 seconds. Whereas when we are doing automation at a bulk level, the login animation was taking 10 seconds. So later when we raised this concern to the development team, what they found out was like there was a network routing issue that is causing us to slow down the application. That's causing us to slow down the menu navigation. So what they have done, they have rerouted the whole network protocol concept in such a way that along with the animation, the application speed also has increased. Though it looks like a very small animation issue, sometimes what happened was like we will go through the networking fundamentals and see how the traffic is routed, how the API calls are managed, and all those things. With this, what we understand is like there's some issue at the network level, and with this small issue, they had improved the performance of the application drastically. This is the classic example what I had in my real-time experience when it comes to programmability. When it comes to fast, automated tools run significantly faster than a manual process. Like you just go for a cup of tea and come back, the test cases execution will be completed faster. Okay. Better quality software. What is better quality software? If we can run more test cases in less time with reduced team size, which leads to cost reduction. Got it? With the help of automation, we can run more test cases in less amount of time with reduced team size. Then you're achieving a lot of work in less time and less number of people. Obviously, cost reduction will be there. Obviously, company will gain some profits. Is this clear, everybody? What are the advantages of automation testing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Give me a quick why in the chat box if everyone is clear. Quick why in the chat box. Okay. So what are the other features of automation testing that we can see? Okay. So speed, we have already discussed about speed. The other point which I wanted to highlight is effective test management. Suppose the same product, we are deploying it to another customers or another end user. You need not write the automation code from scratch. We can reuse the same scripts, do the required modifications, do the required business modifications as per the business requirement, and you can deploy the same code to other projects which are having similar requirements or similar products. Wider test coverage. Scope to create a large number of complex automated test cases along with their execution repeatedly. So that means what? We can we can cover a lot of complex automated test cases along with their execution. So the more cases you automate in your framework, the more scope will be there for manual testing. Like the manual testing team will be like, okay, we need to find more defects, more test cases so that automation team can automate them and we can have more coverage. We can find more scenarios. We can uh, cover more scenarios and all those things. Resource optimization. This is one of the beautiful things of what I like about automation. Like for suppose, Anamika is there. If I ask Anamika, like Anamika, every day night you have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the night and you have to do the smoke testing. Will you be available, Anamika? That every day night at 2 a.m. I ask you to wake up and do the smoke testing because we are giving frequent releases. Will you be available?
No.
That's it. That's the beautiful thing about automation. Freeze testing resources from test execution of software builds that are frequently given by the development team. This is one of the most beautiful things about having automation testing inside your project. Perfect. So if you see this graph, this is a very generic graph, nothing to point out anybody. This is a very generalized graph. So if you want to do a full regression of 1,000 test cases, we require 160 man hours. Whereas with automation testing, we require 16 man hours, provided we have built a very robust framework which handles all different kinds of assertions and very smart reporting. When I say 160 man hours, you have to document the evidences also, like what we have done and all these things for this current release, how the application is behaving. Also need to document certain evidences. Partial regression. For a 250 set of 250 test cases, it might take 40 man hours, but for automation testing, it might take 4 hours. Similarly, for sanity and smoke. These numbers are subjected to, it's a generic numbers we are taking and we are giving a generic number of hours, which generally happens. These numbers can change based on the complexity of the application. So before jumping into automation, we have seen what are the advantages, why automation is required, what are the advantages of automation we have seen. But before jumping into automation testing, I would like to keep mind of these 5 pointers. First point, don't automate a mess. What do you mean by don't automate a mess? Since you know automation testing, always stick to automating your business flows, business validations, or business logic. Don't try to create a mess, guys. Second thing, avoid complex logic in your scripts. Don't write unnecessary or unimportant logic in your script. Write the logic which is sufficient for your business part. Okay. When I say don't automate a mess, I want to add one more pointer that your code structure also should be clear. At what package, what components are we maintaining? That should be a clear. If you're not maintaining that, that will be a mess. Third pointer, don't mandate 100% automation. Even if I say now that 100% automation is possible, don't ever believe it, guys. In API, we can achieve 100% automation, but for UI automation, we cannot achieve 100%. Even if I say that 100% is possible, don't believe me. 100% automation is never ever possible in UI. With API, we can try to achieve 100%, but with UI, 100% automation is not possible. Fourth one, beware of automation engineers who don't understand the fundamentals of testing, like what is sprint planning, what is regression, what is smoke suit, what is sprint lifecycle. We need to be careful of the automation engineers who don't understand the fundamentals of testing. Fifth, test automation is a software development process. It is not like we have a Harry Potter magic wand and we create a framework out of the blue. That is never a thing. Test automation is a software development process. Clear? I hope all these 5 pointers are clear for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop a quick Y in the chat box if everyone is clear. And if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask with respect to the pointers that we have discussed. Okay. I guess no doubts from anybody. So there is also one more thing I always hear over my experience that, okay, automation testing is taking a lot of time initially. Maybe this is not a right approach or a viable approach. Why not continue doing it manually? This was a situation like 1 or 2 years back. Right now, no, but 1 or 2 years back, this was a situation like manually we can do it now, we can finish it quickly. Correct. When the application is at the initial stages, as the number of cycles increase, as the number of releases increase, the moment we approach the go live date, the number of man hours will significantly or gradually increase. The number of man hours spent to test a product will gradually or significantly increase. Whereas automation, initially we feel like we are investing a lot of time and money on it, but over the due course of time, we take the same number of hours or efforts that we spend, because initially we take a lot of time to build a skeleton of the framework, to understand the business of the application and build it as per the requirements of the business of the application. So initially automation may take time, but during the long run, we will have a production grade and robust level automation framework, which will significantly reduce the number of hours of testing. See, automation testing is all about reducing the redundant part and continuously testing the application for the cases where the business part of the application is clear. Okay. So anyone has any questions so far?
Hi, my name is Priyadarshini. Am I
Mhm.
audible?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, how we can decide by looking into our application, okay, this tool will be acceptable, or like whether it will be like Selenium or it will be like Playwright or it will be like Tosca, like how we can decide at the beginning of application when
Uh,
you're starting
well,
our automation.
Well, that's a very interesting question, Priyadarshini, that how can we decide? It all depends not only on the application side, from based on the team's competency also, Priyadarshini, which tool to decide for automation. So if you ask me if you are going for a coding-based automation testing tool and everyone is eager or very eager to learn the coding part of it, going for Selenium and Playwright. If your team is having lacking the coding competency and they want everything to finish in a flash, stability is something they will see it later, but right now we want something in place quickly. You can go for tools like Mabel, Tosca, AxleQ. These are the things. But if you want to play the longer version of automation testing, you have to stick to Selenium and Playwright, because these are the things where we have maximum flexibility and maximum control over the things that we are automating. I agree that initially it might take some time, but the moment we are continuously doing the testing, you will observe and analyze that, okay, we can have complete control over the frameworks built using Selenium and Playwright rather than this paid automation tools. Got it, Priyadarshini? It's a combination of application versus what is the team's capabilities also.
Okay, and we see that our application UI, it gets frequently changes or many requirements are getting changes. So there also can we like it can adopt like both Selenium and Playwright.
Yeah, Selenium Playwright will both adopt it. It all depends. Like, see, if the UI is flaky, means we have to be very strong in our locators concepts also, which we will discuss during the due course of time.
Okay, and just wanted to understand like which features like we can't automate.
I will come at the end. Okay.
Okay,
I
fine.
will come at the end. So, okay, to give you a
I
brief
have a
answer.
question.
Hello.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, guys. So, for the features that we cannot automate, fingerprint scanner, check scanner, biometrics, retina scan, captcha, Aadhaar biometrics, all these things cannot be automated with any tool. If you want to automate some Google Odyssey maps or something like that, Those things cannot be automated. Whoever asked the question, Priyadarshini, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
who's
fine.
next?
Yeah.
Oh, someone
Hello.
raised on. Yes, yes, Sai. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Sai, go ahead.
So yeah, sir. Like, sir, you're as you said, you're teaching this showed AP automation and web automation both.
Yes.
So my concern is like, how many days, means how many months it takes?
Sai, I don't know your name, but it's mentioned as Sai. But
Yeah.
let me go through the whole course plan. Then you'll get a clarity of what we are covering, what is the sequence, how are we covering, how much time it will take. You will understand by the end of the contents after I explain all the topics that we are covering.
No, I approximately like it's 2 months or 3 months or like
Three
just
to 4 months, I can say, if you are coming with full stack Selenium with automation. If you are only taking up till rest assured concepts, it will be for 2.5 months.
okay. And what about real projects? How many projects are you
So, Sai, I would take this kind of questions at the last because once I cover everything, you'll understand what I'm going to cover so that you'll understand things clearly. That is my request.
Okay, and also, sir, we don't know Java, so how it will be
Yeah,
help?
let me explain you what are the topics that I'm covering so that you'll understand what I'm covering, what you need to know. You'll understand clearly. Like, give me a moment. Let me finish all the
Okay,
topics,
just
then you'll
one
know.
last question. Like, do we need the person who don't know any basics of
It
Java?
doesn't matter for us. For this course, only your presence, your concentration, your complete focus is what matters for this session.
You are
Right.
teaching the basics of all Java
Very
script.
basics. Yes, yes. Right from core basics, right from tools installation onwards, we are teaching.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Mahesh, go ahead.
Is a person with 10 years of manual experience. So,
Mm.
what you suggest? He want to start with the Selenium, or he can directly go with the new tool as a playwright. Will if
For,
he starts with the
uh,
playwright, will he crack the job directly without
well,
Selenium experience?
Well, I would like to clarify here. One thing is that if you're whatever automation tool you're trying to choose, you need to know the fundamentals of any programming language. Like let it be Selenium with Java, you need to know clearly about Java. If you're going with Playwright, Playwright with TypeScript is something popular. So you need to know JavaScript and TypeScript very clearly. It is crystal clear. The market is expecting crystal clear concepts. So for if you ask me, for the person who knows Selenium with Java, migrating to Playwright will be very easy because JavaScript for a beginner, it can be a nightmare slightly because it looks simple for first three classes. Fourth class onwards, it can create nightmares in your head. So for that reason, we always recommend people to start their automation learning with Selenium with Java, followed by Playwright with TypeScript or JavaScript as a secondary tool. Nowadays, they're not asking one tool; they're asking two tools, one primary and one secondary. Balram and
Correct,
Mahesh.
but with 10 years of experience,
Mahesh,
yeah,
I will take
yeah,
these questions at the end. Let me cover the topics what I'm gonna discuss so that at the end of the session, I will cover all these type of questions.
sure.
Sir, one last question. Are you teaching the Selenium Java and Playwright also, or only Selenium Java?
We as per the course, as per this current course, we are teaching only Selenium with Java.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? Can I go proceed further with the previous topics? With the previous topics, anyone has any doubts? Can I proceed further?
Yeah.
I request everyone to change your Zoom names because you might be speaking, but your name can be different, so it'll be difficult to recognize. Thank you. So the first thing that we are gonna cover is first we will understand what are the fundamentals of Java. What are the first fundamentals of Java we are covering? Core Java, right from core scratch, like how do we create a project? What is a package? What is a class? What is a print statement? Right from core scratch, basic, like right from a very small kit. Like we are starting our journey of Java like a small kit, like a fifth class kit or sixth class kit. Like how do we create a project? How do we create a package? How do we start writing print statements followed by variable declarations, string functions, string builder, string buffer, conditional statements, looping statements, constructors, mutable and immutable classes, method concepts, encapsulation, switch, enums. Right from very core fundamental onwards, we are covering the below concept, that is core Java basics, followed by we will be covering the arrays and collections in a very exhaustive manner, in a very detailed manner. What are the different types of arrays? What are the different types of collections like array list, vector, stack, linked list, hash set, linked hash set, pre-map, hash map, DQ. What is this sequence collections in JDK 21? What is this concept of queues and more? Followed by inheritance and interfaces. What are the basics of inheritance? What is a super keyword? What is method overriding? What are the abstraction concepts? What is the purpose of interface? What are the different types of interface? Top-down approach. How do we use super keyword at the constructor level? What are the different types of inheritance and what is applicable for what interfaces or classes? We will see all these things in detail. We will not leave any point. We will not leave any stone corner. I mean, we will not leave any topic. We will be covering each and every topic in detail, right from very fundamental, right from the core scratch. We will be also covering lambda streams and Lombok expressions in a very detailed manner, especially with lambdas and streams. The most of the companies are asking a lot of interview questions on this. And trust me, guys, whatever lambdas and streams that we are covering, the exhaustive list of functions, the mechanism, you will not find it in anywhere in any YouTube videos. This is not something I'm telling it to you guys. I'm not boasting it to you. This is the feedback I got it from one of my current batches or my previous batches who has given interview for Selenium with Java especially, or any Java profile openings or SDET Java profiling openings. These are the core topics that every interviewer is focusing on.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, tell me.
Uh, just now you shown one clip na there.
Lambda
Lambda.
streams. Yes. Yes.
I heard lambdas and streams. So Lombok expression can just one line. What is it?
Lombok expressions is to avoid boilerplate code. What do you mean by boilerplate code? Repetitive code.
Okay.
You'll understand it slowly when the topics occur. Then file operations. What is writing the data? What are the different types of operations we perform on the file? Different file functions. How do we manage the object data using the file objects, buffer libraries concept? What are the different types of file objects you will be seeing in detail, and you will also see how we use different file objects for different requirements. And we'll also be covering exception handling. What is try catch block? What is finally block? What is multiple catch blocks with one try block? Checked versus unchecked exceptions. How do we handle the errors at the runtime? Docking and rethrowing an exception. How do we create our own custom exception classes? And how do we use the custom exception classes in a project? We will be seeing all those things. And we will also be covering generics concepts. Why we are covering generics? Because the moment we discuss the collection is the moment people will ask you a concepts or questions about generics. What is wildcard? What is upper bound? What is lower bound? How are we using this generics in your framework? All these things they'll be asking you at the time of interview. So we'll be covering all those things in a very detailed manner. Every topic, whatever we are showcasing you, we are covering it in a very detailed manner. So we will also cover the concepts of records, optional, sealed inheritance and interfaces. We will also be sharing you a lot of programming questions for practice because I understand most of you are new to Java. So definitely they'll be having some coding fear. In order to break that coding fear, we'll be giving you a topic-wise MCQs. We'll be giving you some weekly assignments. We'll be providing you more than 250 plus core Java programming questions for practice where you need to solve those questions. So in order to break your coding fear. Any doubts with the Java topics that I have covered so far?
Will you cover serialization, deserialization?
Yes, that is part of API testing.
Okay.
That's part of API testing. Anyone else has any doubts, guys?
So just a question, right? Nowadays, if you look at the organizations, right, like they are going into, asking people to go use Copilot and,
Yes.
The ChatGPT concepts, instead of going for manual and writing the codes. So,
Well,
will you be guiding?
I mean, I'll be guiding you. So I will tell you one thing that is from the founders of Sam Altman, ChatGPT founder is Sam Altman, and the Claude owner is that LLMs work handy for people who have knowledge, because AI will generate the code in 5 minutes, but in order to debug the code, it will take 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. So, in order to avoid those kind of situations in your day-to-day life, first we are focusing completely on the fundamentals. After
Yeah.
finishing all the topics, later I will tell you how to use Copilot or Claude's Code or Claude CLI or Git ingest to enhance your productivity. When this LLM models or AI tools will work come in handy when your fundamentals are absolutely clear, crystal clear. Because whatever code AI generates, you will stop believing it. You will start questioning it. In order to come to the questioning stage, we need to know these many fundamentals. Got it?
Yeah. True.
So
Thank
I
you.
don't want our students to go blindly trust the AI.
No, that's
I
true.
want,
That's very true because nowadays in organization also they write a code, but as you said, it takes time to debug. But
I
yeah,
want
my question
my
was,
students to debug. I
yeah,
don't want to my students to waste time in debugging. If
yeah,
AI takes 5 minutes to generate the code, maximum we should debug the code in one day. That should be our efficiency. That is what we are
yeah.
aiming for.
Because most of like, sorry, I'm taking time, but
No
most of
worries.
the organizations, they are looking at things, like how good we are utilizing co-pilots and this, in a day-to-day life. So that was more of a question. Because I
Yeah.
look at the testers now as well, like they use co-pilots to write the test cases
I
in few
understand.
organizations. Yeah.
I understand, Balram, but no worries. See, we are here to bridge the market gaps in a fundamental way and in an advanced way. Okay?
Yeah.
Fundamentally, it's my responsibility to make you guys stronger. And at the end of the course, I will give you all the advanced hacks and advanced techniques to survive in the 2026, 2027 market as a QA or a SDET QA.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we will see what is API testing. That is powering the connected world. Without API testing, neither we both will
Sir,
be
am
part
I
of the.
audible?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, finally I'm audible. So, just want to know one thing, like in the Java section. So, basically, I've done one course already from Cryodo. So, almost I
Yes.
covered that earlier. So, the thing is,
When
like
did you do
the
it?
Java, I did it in 2024 end.
Things have changed, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, things have changed. I understand, but just want to know, like in that course, like in the Java, it was not covered in that exhaustive way. It was covered basic, and then they went to Selenium, and they were able to cover
I
Selenium in
I
that.
personally know the cryo.devo team, how their automation program works. I don't want to raise a controversy here, but our Java,
Yeah,
what we are covering is more of like a SDET Java. We are not aiming you guys for a normal QA roles. We are all expecting you guys to be a SDET, SDETs, SDET backend, SDET backend guys, SDET QA guys. I'm training you all to that role because our Java is developer. We are bridging the gap between the developers and testers slowly with our course. Okay.
okay, okay. It is beyond QA automation basically. SDAT is, I believe that only, right?
I mean, it's beyond QA automation, but with some flavors we need to add, like front end. I mean, we need to know some DevOps knowledge. We need to know some AI knowledge. So the whole course is designed accordingly for that SDET role.
Okay, okay. So one more doubt I have. So like there is one more course like Jatin something is there. So he has made a very
Better,
exhaustive course.
Bidush, better we do not compare about anyone else courses right now.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me, let's
Yeah,
take it
complete. Yeah, in the end, I will ask. No issue.
at the end. We can have this kind of questions. We will answer it. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Anything related to the topics, I would encourage those questions. Other courses, other institutes, we can have it at the end. We can see. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
In Java, will you cover DB connectivity also? No.
Yes, we will cover the database connectivity, JDBC also. That is a separate slide, which I'll be explaining you what we are covering in that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Yes.
sir, about the API automation in the rest assured.
I have not yet started telling you what are the contents I'm covering in API testing. So please give me some time. Let me cover what are the topics I'm covering. Then you can ask your questions.
I know, just related to that, one small doubt is, are you teaching on the Postman tool or which tool automation? That's all, sir.
That's what. Give me 5 minutes of time. I will walk through the
Sure,
journey of whatever we are covering. Okay.
sure.
So, introduction to API testing. What is API testing? What is this client server architecture? Why do we need API testing? What is offline versus online APIs? What are the different types of APIs along with the testing techniques? What are the different types of web services? What are the different types of HTTP methods and its purpose? Different status codes. We'll be seeing all this as part of the introduction to API testing. Postman. What is Postman tool and why we use it? Installation of Postman tool, walkthrough of the Postman tool, Postman workspace, Postman collections, Postman monitors, performing API requests for different HTTP methods. How do we import the collections from the Swagger? What are the different variables in Postman? We will also see the advanced Postman concepts like curl and its basic purposes. How do we use JavaScript to write the test cases in the Postman? How do we script the test cases using pre and post request script tag, parsing JSON and XML data, char.js assertions, running the collections manually, and also using Postman CLI, installation of Newman library. How do we generate different kinds of reports using Newman reports, JSON schema validator? What is this request chaining? How do we do data-driven testing using CSV and JSON? How do we integrate this Postman collection with Jenkins as well as with Docker? This is the topics we are covering under Postman, followed by rest assured. What is rest assured? What is this BDD versus non-BDD approach? What are the different HTTP? How do we perform activities on different HTTP methods? How do we pass a request payload using JSON payload, external file POJO? What is C? How do we do serialization and deserialization using POJO? Multi-part request, especially for file handling, Hamcrest matchers, request and response logging and filters, right? Advanced rest assured, spec builders, query parameters, form parameters, parsing JSON and XML data, JSON schema validators, Jackson libraries, JV expressions, integrating with Allure and Extend reports. How do we do data-driven testing using CSV, Excel, and JSON? We will also try to cover the different types of authentication like bearer token, basic, digest, and OAuth2. And followed by, we'll be taking 2 sessions on karate. What is this karate? What is this zero coding API testing tool? How do we prepare the feature files, data-driven testing? What are the different types of parameters, response validations, reading data from external files, fuzzy matches? We'll be discussing all these things for 2 to 3 sessions. Because some of the product-based companies are still asking some questions on karate is what I got to my notification. So that is the reason we are covering some fundamentals on karate, like maximum 1 or 2 sessions about this. So with respect to API testing and Java topics, any questions, any queries?
Uh,
No, yes.
i- is there any live projects you are covering for with Postman and
Yes,
Rest Assured?
yes. All the topics are covered with live projects. Like first we'll be discussing the fundamentals, then we'll be seeing how do we create a mini project out of it for Rest Assured as well as with Postman. Okay. We will also see how do we manage the collections at Postman level, and with the Rest Assured, we will see how do we build a framework, and we will also be part of this project. Like I'll be creating the API test cases for one flow. You'll have to create the API test cases for different API endpoints, and you need to be part of this project.
Actually, there is a
Sir, talk
question
about
for this Postman course. Means in Udemy also in YouTube, some people are teaching means only automating 4 parts that basic code option, and that's the
Hmm.
live project. Means
Yeah,
whether
we are
that is the
not
live
taking.
project.
No, 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 no. We are talking about CRUD operations is just the beginning. That is my
Yeah, I understand.
fundamentals. What I see is the business validations. I want to validate my JSON schema. How is my JSON schema consistent? Yeah, am I getting 404 for a invalid user ID? Am I getting different status codes? All the negative testing, positive testing. How do I change the request from one request to another request? How do we validate the query parameters? How do we validate the path parameters? Like you're passing the values. Are they being taken correctly? Are they being validated properly? We focus more on the data validation from the API perspective. That is what is a real-time project all about.
So once we do that, means I can start with my own. So at least me, I will
Yes.
can start with my own.
Yes, you can definitely start scripting with the concepts of Postman that we are covering.
Okay.
hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
About you said Postman tool. That's the only one tool you are teaching, right? On the
Yes, we are covering Postman and REST Assured because Postman is something that is used by 30 plus million users across the globe. One of
Yeah,
the
but
most
UI, this one documentation, you're using Swagger, huh?
See, Postman has an inbuilt documentation. You need
Mhm.
not go for Swagger, but some companies have set requirements like they want to import the Swagger into the Postman because Swagger is a legacy thing and Postman is the latest thing. So I'll be showing that scenario, like how do you call the Swagger documentation inside this so that you can not have any trouble working with
Yeah,
Postman.
but I think Swagger, you please tell because that's in many companies are asking. And second
Swagger
thing,
is a legacy application. They ask only for the interviews. But if you go real time, they won't work with Swagger much. They will be working majorly on the Postman. The documentation and the collection can be still shared on Postman. Once you see the Swagger documentation, once you see the Postman documentation, you'll understand clearly.
yeah, but you're not showing us in Swagger, right, for one class. I mean,
I will
the
show you Swagger. There's a API called as Pet Store. I can show you the Swagger documentation and how do you call it inside the Postman. I can show you for one session of what is that.
sir, and why means I think in interview they were asking many frameworks, but here it is telling that only karate framework you are teaching.
See,
So
in Rest Assured, we cover data-driven framework. In Karate, this is a different framework, which is a zero, which is advocating zero coding API testing. This this doesn't require any coding knowledge when you're working with Karate. Whereas with Rest Assured, we cover the data-driven framework.
yeah, they were asking hybrid and data-driven Cucumber framework BDD
Yes,
mainly.
yeah, I will be covering more pointers on the API testing framework at the time of the rest assured concepts because we'll be covering data-driven framework. And for API testing, it is highly recommended not to go with Cucumber because the reason you should say is stakeholders will never participate in API testing. They will never document for API testing. They will document only for the business flows, what they have got from the customers. That is why we go for a proper data-driven framework using TestNG. That should
No,
be your answer.
sir, but most of the interviews,
They will ask you to check whether you know when to use TDD or when to use BDD. That is the
yeah,
reason
but
we
most
are.
of the things trending, like, even I've given interview, BDD Cucumber only, the
That
JD.
is for UI testing. That is for UI testing. Let me come to the UI testing part. You'll understand things there clearly.
No, I meant to say in API only, they asked BDD Cucumber, sir.
I mean, see, I will teach you BDD Cucumber also. I will teach you anyway for as part of karate. I'll teach you the BDD, but
Mhm.
they will ask questions just to let understand whether you're in a capable position to decide when to use BDD, when to use TDD. That is what we check as an interview panel.
So both are you teaching, right? Okay.
Both we are teaching, okay?
And
But
yeah.
but at the time of interview, if you say BDD with API testing, then definitely you will be caught. If if you're dealing with an interviewer like me who is very well versed with all the topics, you'll be
Hmm.
definitely caught. Because as a business holder, I don't sit with my BAs or product owners for API testing, right? Why do you need to go for BDD?
But there, many of the
They will ask. It's your thing to refute them. Tell them that
no in
we
the jail
don't.
itself they had given. I myself have given interviews. No,
See, I'm also taking interviews here for my organization. I'm also consulting interviews for a lot of organizations. We
they're telling
write to.
mandatory skill is Cucumber
I will
BDD.
take this. I will take this question at the last. Once you go to the whole course plan, you will understand what that JD is telling you. They will not. They will say one line of API testing, another line having knowledge on BDD Cucumber. That is for UI testing. Majorly, they focus BDD Cucumber on UI testing.
So that you
Those
are
are
teaching
two.
on UI, right? Means according.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so robot framework is not covering.
Robot framework we are not covering because that is not recommended. Only few services are using it. If you're working for a core product based companies, robot framework is less than 2% or 3%.
Okay. And one last question is, as you said, your 1.5 month first you take it rest assured only, right? Those who people want to take only rest assured.
Yeah, 2 to 2.5 months for rest assured. That is your journey of rest assured will be completed with by 2.5 months. After that,
No.
you can be
Okay.
you can
But
you're
initially you
done.
put 1.5 month, no? So
No, 2.5 months. I was very clear, 2 to 2.5 months. For Selenium inclusive, 3 to 4 months. I didn't tell you anywhere 1.5 months for rest assured because we
so
need to
first,
cover the Java fundamentals. We need to cover a lot of things prior to rest assured and Postman.
okay. So first you're starting Java, then you're going to rest assured, then on
Yes,
Selenium, correct?
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So in
Yeah.
rest assured, will you framework means what framework can
We are covering data-driven framework with different data sources like CSV file, a JSON file, and we will also be seeing how do we generate the reports in a real time like Allure reports, how do we integrate this framework with the Jenkins pipeline or a Docker image, and how do we host the same pipeline on AWS.
actually in Selenium means page object model is there, no? Like that in REST assured also like that any name is there.
Like we use Pojos predominantly in rest assured.
Okay. And coming to Postman prospective authentication,
We
are
will be
there, na?
covering authentication. I mean, see, if I cover Postman authentication, the same authentication will be in rest assured. So the
Yeah.
major challenge will be
Mm.
that in rest assured, the authentication topic is more vast and more diverse compared to Postman. Okay.
Okay, okay. So my question is like that endpoints uh, do you have?
Yes, I have some endpoints with me which are publicly accessible, which
Mm.
we'll be using those.
Okay, thank you.
Will you be able to cover any contract testing? Because I see a lot of
Um,
companies
so
asking.
contract testing, I'll tell you, like if you're having more experience, like 10 plus years of 12 plus years of experience, that is where contract testing comes into picture. But as per the course, we have not committed anything to contract testing, but I will be taking your feedback. And by tomorrow, I'll keep you posted whether we can cover contract testing or not without deviating the original course.
All right, thank you.
I mean, I cannot guarantee, but give me some time whether I can fit in that part or not.
Okay, yeah, sure. I did work with SOAP UI before, but a lot of companies have seen like asking for contract testing, especially when it's API.
Yes, sure, no worries. I'll try to see where I can fit it with the original with the course plan. Now, followed by what are the next topics that we are covering? We will be going through the Git. What is the Git? What is the purpose of Git? What is the difference between Git and GitHub? What is the flow chart of Git? What are the different tools that support Git apart from GitHub? What are the different Git commands that we are going to understand? What is this Git commands and all these things? Init, push, pull, checkout, commit, stash, add, branch, merge, clone. Followed by how do we perform the same commands using the IntelliJ? Like IntelliJ has a Git GUI. How can we perform the same activities using the GUI? So we'll be covering in SQL, we'll be covering SSMS installation, SQL Server installation, Oracle DB. Like we'll be taking SSMS and SQL, that is the major because they are the two big players with respect to relational database management systems. We'll be seeing what are the different CRUD operations. We will also be seeing how do we write a basic select, insert, update query. We'll also be seeing how do we write some basic nested queries, basic joins for you to understand because in most of the companies they ask some database related basic level questions. That's the reason. We will also see different SQL commands on the categories like DDL, data definition language, DML, data manipulation language, DCL, data control language, DQL, data query language. We'll be seeing different concepts on this, different queries, like which query falls under this category. We'll be seeing all these things. And as I've told you, we will also be covering an exhaustive coverage of Jenkins. What is CI? What is CD? CI means developers frequently integrate their code into a shared repository. Automated tests run on each integration to ensure code quality and catch issues early. This promotes a collaborative and quality-focused development environment. What is CD? CD stands for automates the release process, ensures that the code changes are deployed to production automatically if they pass all the tests, reduces the time from code commit to code deployment. CD is more of a deployment activity. CI is more of a code integration activity. That is why we combinedly call them as CI CD. So we'll be covering all the topics in this list of tools. We'll be using Jenkins, we'll be using AWS, we'll be using Docker, we'll be using JDK 21. All these things we'll be using in our current course. We will also see how do we create a pipeline, how do we set up the Jenkins tool, how do we download the plugins, how do we configure the build, how do we trigger the pipelines, and how do we observe the behavior in the Jenkins pipeline via logs. We will be seeing all those things. And we will also be covering the JDBC code. What does JDBC stands for? It's an API in Java that allows you to connect to and interact with databases, provides methods for querying and updating the data in a database using SQL commands. So we will also see the key components of JDBC like driver manager, driver, connection, statement, result set, SQL exception. We'll be seeing all these details about JDBC. So with respect to Java, with respect to API testing, with respect to Git, CI/CD tools, and database and JDBC, any doubts?
Yeah, no.
Hello.
Yes, tell
In
me, Vasu.
JDBC, will you cover Oracle installation or SQL Server?
SQL and SSMS are the popular ones currently. Market is looking at it.
Okay, I'm using Windows 10. Can I install that?
Install what?
That SQL Server or and one more?
Yes. MySQL SQL Server will work. If you have the possibility, please upgrade to Windows 11. Else not, both of the tools will work in Windows 10.
Okay, thank you.
So now let's see what are the different topics that we are covering in Selenium. We will be seeing what is Maven. What is Maven? How do we add dependencies to the Maven project? What is the concept of Maven profiling? How do we trigger the test cases through Maven? We will be understanding the Selenium architecture of two different versions. What is Selenium 3 architecture? What is Selenium 4 architecture? We will also see how do we launch the browsers, different ways of launching apps via different browsers. So if you see, how do we launch the application via Chrome? In how many different ways can we launch the application via Chrome browser? How many different ways can we launch the application via Firefox browser? How many different ways can we launch the application via Edge browser? So there are total 4 to 5 ways where we can launch the application using Chrome browser or Firefox or Edge browser or Safari browser. Now I'll say window switching and Windows handling. How do we create a new tab? How do we create a new window? How do we launch multiple windows and tabs? How do we switch between windows and tab? How do we launch the tabs via the JavaScript code? We will be extensively focusing on the different types of locators like ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text. XPath CSS selectors are the core important things, not only for Selenium, for any automation tool across the globe. Let it be Tosca, let it be Mabel, Axeliq, Playwright, Cypress, anything. XPath and CSS selectors are the most predominantly used locators. Link text, partial link text, tag name. We will also be seeing the advanced locators of Selenium 4, like two above, straight above, two below, straight below, two right off, two left off. We'll also be seeing the different browser actions like click, send keys via card, select, get text, find multiple web elements, is displayed and is hidden. Multiple attributes of Selenium actions will be covering up in a detailed manner. We'll also be seeing what are the different types of weights: implicit weight, explicit weight, fluent weight. Now, if you want to define your own customized weight code, if you don't want to use the default weight commands, how can we do it? Then we will go with the actions class. What is click, double click, then please, context click and hold, drag and drop. How do we perform these kind of actions? Then we'll be seeing all the JavaScript actions like highlight elements, scroll pages, scroll to view, generate alerts, refresh page, send keys, click. We'll be seeing all these different actions with the JavaScript executed. We'll be seeing how we can capture the screenshots using browser screenshot. How do we capture the element screenshot? We'll be seeing all those things. We'll be seeing how do we capture, switch to the frames by name, by ID, by element. And also Selenium recently started supporting the video recording feature also, which I'll be discussing in the class. So we will also see shadow frames, upload and download of files, Chrome options. What are the desired capabilities? How do we handle sliders and browser related pop-ups? How do we do browser authentication? How do we kill the browsers via this command line? These are the additional topics. Along with this, we are also covering Selenium Grid also. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I have one question, not Selenium perspective, REST assured perspective. You
Mm.
mentioned karate framework, na? So
Mm.
that is also like REST assured or like
It's
Postman?
a different. It's a different. You cannot compare with rest assured or Postman.
Means
You will you will write the code in plain English. That's it.
okay, thank you.
You cannot compare them.
Yeah,
There's
I
no.
have one question.
Mm.
Yeah, in Selenium, will you cover JUnit?
We are not covering JUnit. We are covering only TestNG because JUnit is primarily used for unit testing and primarily used by developers. So TestNG is something as QA people we predominantly use it.
Okay.
And one more thing in the syllabus, I saw even TestNG also there for REST
Now
assured.
I'm starting with the TestNG, right? Also, the next topics I'm going to discuss are TestNG.
That is true, but why I asked means after REST assured you started Selenium, na? That's what.
No, I'm just giving you the topics which I'm covering over the due course of journey. Let me
Okay.
formally reiterate at the end. Like I'm just going through the topics what I'm covering. After this, I'll show you the sequence of topics what we are covering so that you'll understand clearly. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So topics to be covered. How do we write test cases? What are the different annotations in TestNG and the sequence of executions? The dependency between the methods, parameterization, TestNG attributes, soft and hard assertions, event firing decorators, parallel testing, grouping of test cases. We will also see how do we use data providers for different modes of files. We will also see what are the different listeners that are commonly used at a framework level. We will also be covering the exhaustive level of Cucumber like scenario outline, data tables, runner files, scenario name based on the tags, parallel testing, Pico container, data tables, the examples, hook class, background, step definitions, scenario templates. We will also discuss some key insights about the test case state in Cucumber. So Cucumber with JUnit, I'll just give you a glimpse like how do we integrate Cucumber with JUnit, but we'll be not using it extensively. I'll just tell you the integration part of how do we use JUnit. Our major focus will be on Cucumber with TestNG, runner file, different concepts for TestNG and Cucumber, integration of extent reports with runner file. How do we generate the fail screenshots? So we'll be covering with Excel operations, adding POI libraries dependencies, writing data to the file, updating data to the file, reading the data from the file, using the Excel operation for our data provider, cell styles for Excel formatting. So we will also see what is the properties file, how do we read and write the data from the properties file, how do we create a master slave mechanism with the help of properties file, or how do we use this properties file in a real-time usage. Then we will also see how do we use extent reports from a day-to-day life. And recently chain test reports has become popular, so we'll also cover the chain test reports. Then we will also cover the earlier reports via TestNG and via Cucumber. How do we cover earlier reports? So what are the different frameworks primarily we are focusing on across the whole course? We'll be covering data-driven, we'll be covering linear, we'll be covering hybrid, we'll be covering BDD approach, and keyword driven. Will take one session on to give you an understanding of what is a keyword driven. So we will try to cover different flavors of frameworks, but the exhaustive discussion of framework design will be on data driven, BDD approach, and hybrid. These are the three frameworks. We'll have a exhaustive discussions, and rest of the three will give you a flavor to understand what is this modular framework, what is a linear framework, what is a keyword driven framework. We'll give you a flavor of understanding so that in the interview you will not be stuck like what is the keyword? I don't know. We have not discussed. So we'll be discussing all different kinds of flavors, but our exhaustive discussion or detailed discussion of frameworks will be on data-driven, BDD approach, and hybrid. So is this clear, guys?
Yes.
So next thing is coming to the sequence of topics that I'm covering. Let me open a notepad file so that you'll get a clarity on this.
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, the
Mm.
framework which you have shown, if we have a UI framework and we want to integrate our API, so in one framework can we integrate both UI and
Yes, yes,
API,
yes. You can do
right?
both. You can do both of
And
them.
if a UI framework it is built in the BDD framework, so we can integrate API in that.
Yes, you can integrate API in that, and you can still write the code in test engine inside that BDD Cucumber also. That's not a problem.
BDD Cucumber. Okay, thanks.
I'll tell you the combinations, Priyadarshini. I mean, it's too early for me to put it in words. If I show it practically, you will understand clearly. Tomorrow, I will show you some of the frameworks I have designed. Like right now in the system, I don't have it, but tomorrow I'll show you some sample real time, not real time, the actual frameworks which organizations have accepted it. Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
So what is the sequence of topics that we are going to cover, that we are covering? I hope everyone is able to see this notepad.
Yes.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
we will go with the installation of tools, followed by core Java concepts, followed by Git commands, followed by the fundamentals of API testing, followed by Postman tool and JS concepts required for Postman scripting. Then followed by test ng fundamentals, followed by rest assured concepts. Okay. Sorry. CI/CD integration for Postman collections using Jenkins and Docker. CI/CD integration for rest assured framework using Jenkins and Docker and AWS. Followed by Selenium fundamentals, followed by Karate framework, followed by Selenium fundamentals, data-driven framework for rest assured, data-driven framework for UI testing, BDD and hybrid framework using Cucumber. These are the main, this is the exact roadmap that we are following. Got it?
Yeah, I have a question. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Is there any other batch, ongoing batch where you are about to start with the API fundamental or you started with the Postman?
No, we have just finished with API fundamentals. We have just finished with API testing today.
Complete API is done? API
Yes,
testing.
we have finished with API testing. And tomorrow we will start with Selenium for one batch.
Okay.
So Mahesh, who asked Mahesh, right?
Yes, Mahesh here.
Mahesh, my recommendation is for interviews, we want crystal clear Java. We don't want adjustment level of Java.
No,
I'm very clear.
actually, that's not a problem. I'm good with the Java concepts. So that's why it's not
I
an
mean,
issue
why
with the
I'm telling,
Java, but
no.
actually my
I'll tell you.
organization, no, I'm saying that my organization is ask me to start with the API part by myself. Okay. So that's why I asked that. It's not a
Mm,
problem with the Java. Means I can start with this this the
I
topics you are.
finished with API testing. I finished with API testing today
Mm-hmm.
morning only. Today morning only, we have concluded the framework. We have
Mm-hmm.
concluded the karate part. We have concluded everything today morning only.
So from this
And
A to H part, rest assured, so or I part means data driven with rest assured. So
mm,
how much time it will take
it'll
almost?
take 2 to 2.5 months because we have to cover fundamentals of Java, Git commands,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Postman. Without Postman, don't say that you have to start rest assured. Because
Yeah, right, right, right. Mm-hmm.
I whenever I work in my team, I always ask for a Postman report. Then I will check
Mm-hmm.
your eligibility criteria whether you can go for rest assured. Then only I'll go for a rest assured. This is what the
Okay.
fundamentals we follow in our company. This is a
Mm-hmm.
chain of process we follow in our company. And
Okay.
not only in my company, in global, like if you go for Salesforce also, I have friends working
Mm-hmm.
in Salesforce, LinkedIn, they also follow the same thing. They prepare a Postman's collection, they'll prepare a mini framework, they will demonstrate to the stakeholder team members. Once everything is fine, then they convert to rest assured. Because once you struggle everything in Postman, converting to rest assured doesn't take much time.
Yeah, right, right. Even
So,
even means if you are there in the rest assured part, so anyhow you have to use the Postman tool to see
no, no,
all
no,
those means.
no, no, no. I will not see the Postman tool because I've already covered the Postman tool, right? So directly I know what is the API, I know what is the request, I know what to validate, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, Mahesh. So as of now, nothing is there. Morning 8 to 9, 11, 12. Yeah, that nothing. Today only we have concluded API testing. Tomorrow onwards, we are starting with Selenium for one of the batches.
Okay.
Mm. But
Uh,
yeah,
Sir,
next.
one doubt. When the batch is going to start for
Tomorrow
this
onwards.
tomorrow at what time?
Same time, 8 to 9 p.m.
8 to 9 p.m. And
Monday to Friday.
okay, Monday to Friday, 8 to 9. Okay.
Mm.
So, as I earlier was saying, like in the Jatin course, like what I saw is like he has made it too exhaustive, like the course, like
Mm.
content that I have seen in
Mm-hmm.
his
Mm-hmm.
website. So, but we are covering in like 2.5 months for as it. So,
Mm.
just want to know, like, will we cover all the essential things required? Because
Yes,
I
I cover
feel,
only the essential things. I don't cover
yeah.
multi-threading. I don't cover unnecessary exception handling. I don't cover unnecessary scanner class. What is required for SDET, I will cover those.
Okay. That's how it is. Okay. So his course is exhaustive. So maybe he has unnecessarily given so many details, means extra
Yeah.
on that, right? Which is not required.
I cover what is required for your current 2026.
And there is a question with that. Suppose API testing, are you covered with that Postman and with rest assured this AI part?
See, Postbot is rated one of the bad tools in the market because for the free version you get only 50 requests per month, and Postbot
Mm-hmm.
is one of the worst tools to use. Second thing, using ChatGPT, using all this will make your life a hell. When you will use ChatGPT or something, when you know the concepts of it. Second thing, Postman
Mm-hmm.
doesn't integrate with any AI tools. And rest assured, I can use some AI tools or I can use some ChatGPT API and I can do it. That is not a problem. But Postman doesn't
No,
support
no. At least means some kind of debugging or
See,
some.
I'll tell you. See, the problem with
Mhm.
this, you need to be crystal clear with every fundamental. Then only I will tell you how to use some
Yes, yes.
Copilot to prepare the documentation or Copilot
Mm-hmm.
to debug the issue. Because I rarely use cursor or this thing to debug my issues. I rarely use them to enhance the productivity and observe performance bottlenecks.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's not like I know some stuff or something like that. I debug quickly than what it thinks.
Okay.
Because I have the framework design, I know from where to where the code is moving. So I can quickly find the issue, right?
Right.
Sir, actually, I am from a IT background only, but the thing is, like, I'm going on for a like a career break for a long time, and before that, I was working as a technical support engineer. So,
Mm.
can I get into the industry by faking, or like I have to go as an intern or a fresher, something?
Talk to me personally on this. There are certain things I want to know, but I don't want it in front of the
To
class
be
to have
disclosed,
this
yeah.
discussion.
So,
Yes.
from the group, I think I can contact you, right?
Yes. Yeah. From the group, you can take the number and you call me. I will have a separate discussion on this pointer with you because it's something slightly sensitive from a personal perspective.
Absolutely.
Will you teach playwright using TypeScript as well?
No. I'm currently not taking any batches as of now. The commitment here is Selenium with Java, but in future we will plan, provided I have to have some free slots. But trust me, whatever JavaScript you know, so the same JavaScript fundamentals we can use type you can use in TypeScript, because if you don't know JavaScript, you cannot know understand TypeScript. That is one thing I can say clearly, because I've designed one framework in for a organization and I've given them. So the candidates were not clear with JavaScript, so they were struggling to write a script. Because JavaScript, I'll tell you, it is easy for 4, 5 classes. Sixth class onwards, it will give you nightmare for a
Yeah, I have
beginner.
used that playwright with TypeScript and with AI. Uh, I have also implemented the Selenium with Java also. Okay.
Mm,
But with using Selenium with Java, you can create methods and everything. It is means you can understand the way you are creating, means whether
exactly.
you can change. But with the playwright with TypeScript and Java, there are a lot of confusion over there.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
there is a complexity. Means if you are very good with that TypeScript or JavaScript, then
Mm,
you should go with that, because now industry are asking, that is not an issue. But you can also parallelly go with
mm,
playwright with Java also there. That is also a good
mm.
option. Means if anyone want to use that.
Which one? Playwright with Java? Don't go, because now they are going for a major performance revamp. Because the
Mm-hmm.
core developer from Spain, Mrs. Debia, has been laid off. So don't
Mm-hmm.
touch Java. Now they are hitting a performance bottleneck. I got
Right.
this information from some of the Playwright core team members. Don't go for Java,
Mm-hmm.
because what they do is Java internally use JavaScript code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like the Java code will be converted to JavaScript, and the Java code to TypeScript, TypeScript to JavaScript. So there's a lot of transformations happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sir, will there be regular assessments, like assignments given on for
You
this course?
reminded you reminded me a very good point, brother. Just let me show you.
Yeah.
So if you see here, this is the official dashboard that I share to all the students. Like once you're enrolled as part of the course, you can see that once you're part of this course, you'll be here and we'll be updating the syllabus tracker, everything. Okay. We'll be updating the topics, we'll be sharing the notes, we'll be giving you the quizzes like this. You'll have to solve the quizzes and you'll have to solve the programming questions. You'll be seeing some notes which I'll be uploading, right?
We will have the
Okay.
recording as well, right?
Yeah, you will have the recording as well. And at the same time, we'll be sharing some notes like this in a detailed manner. And we'll try to provide topic-wise MCQs and programming questions on a regular basis so that you guys can solve it. So all these things will be updated in the portal itself. Okay. All the notes, all the documents, whatever we discuss in the class, everything will be updated here. So this is the current weekend batch that is happening. So you see, we are uploading all the notes, we are uploading the quizzes, all these things. As soon as the students finish these quizzes only, then I'll upload more and more topics, upload more questions, upload more programming questions and all these things.
Sir, how many hours of like self-study generally on an average will be required to complete the courses like successfully, basically?
You mean self-study with training or self-study without
No, no,
training?
with training only. Like
With the training,
I'm excluding the basically live class hour. I'm self-study. How many hours we
see,
need to
every day you
complete?
have to spend 1.5, 2 hours for your on a personal note to understand the things, because not only listening to the class and class contents, you need to
Mhm.
practice, you need to finish all the quizzes, you need to understand things. That is the reason.
Correct, correct. Okay, 1 to 2 hours. Fine.
1 to 2 hours every day.
Got it. Got it.
Hmm. Anything else?
Can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Oh, yeah. I'm always last at introducing myself. So my name is Rahul. I have over 10 plus years of experience completely into automation testing. And over this 10 years of experience, I've worked with various domains like banking, FASTag, healthcare, and currently into e-commerce. So I've worked with multiple domains, and the best achievement I had so far is whatever the automation framework that I've developed for FASTag has been approved by central government of India. Like whatever automation framework I've designed back in 2021, 22, those framework was responsible for identifying a lot of production level issues in the and we got a special recognition from the central government of India for identifying the critical defects. And I've also traveled Malaysia and Singapore, Thailand, all the APAC countries in my career, starting of the career to demonstrate different automation frameworks, integrating automation frameworks into different environments, different different virtual machines, and I've done a lot of things. Overall, I've automated around 2.5 to 3 lakh test cases in my whole career. That is only UI. API is unlimited. I don't even remember how many test cases I've covered. This is a brief introduction about myself. And my hobby is to create new frameworks, explore new technologies, and especially how I see how I can integrate AI in the real-time frameworks to enhance the abilities of the framework. This is what I do on a regular time basis.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Rahul.
Yeah. Anything else? Any questions?
Yes, I have one question. So the batch
Yes.
is starting tomorrow and it will be like the same timing, 8 to 9?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Rahul, one question. So, I have 10 plus years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I came from performance testing LoadRunner, and
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Selenium. Since
Mm-hmm.
5 years, I'm working on Selenium.
Mm.
I just wanted to understand what where will get benefit if we use AI for this Selenium automation, Selenium Java.
Well, I'll tell you one part. Like, for suppose I don't know, like I want to do self-healing, especially with Olama models or ChatGPT. You pass the web page, you find the locator. It will help us find some 50% or 60% accurate locator, and we can use the updated locator there. Especially when you go
So
for elastic,
automatically
automatically.
while this test is on. Okay.
Automatically. Second thing is that I want to do a visual testing. Like for suppose there's a concept called popular concept in product-based companies called as elastic search testing. So when I search for different languages, I want to check whether the product, whatever product I'm searching is coming in the same image or not. Fourth thing
Okay.
is now the concept of localization testing is gaining popularity with the help of AI. Now I want the reports in different languages. I want to see generate the reports in different languages and all those things. Now whenever I want to configure something in I mean Kubernetes, like suppose I don't know Kubernetes, for suppose I want to create a cluster of Kubernetes to maintain the containers at a high scale level. I'll be
Okay.
using the AI there. Suppose if I want to integrate, I mean, I know integration with Jira, but I don't know how to integrate with Spira or any other test
Okay.
management tool. I know the fundamentals of every test management tool, but I need to know more information. There I use AI because I know how to work with one tool. If I want to work with another tool, that's the thing. Like suppose tomorrow if I want to work with GCP, like I'll teach you class in AWS. Tomorrow, once my GCP comes into life, how do I integrate with GCP? How do I maintain my containers? How do I maintain my Kubernetes part? How do I maintain my Docker Compose files? Because creating a Docker
Okay.
Compose file initially will be like a nightmare. And in order
That's
to for
true.
me
Yeah.
to teach Docker, I will take 1 month to teach Docker.
Okay.
I cannot teach all the things, right? Because I have a certain restriction on certain topics, so I have to stick to this.
Okay. So that's what this AI, ever since this AI has come,
Even in
I don't know,
performance
it's a
testing also,
fancy fancy.
even AI, even in performance testing also, I use AI to calculate the metrics, to calculate. I mean, see, tool gives you the metrics, but what we
Yeah.
can do, I created a framework out of it. I established a line of clarity between different modules. I have given a dashboard. For which performance test, I have created my customized dashboard. Like the moment the performance results come, it will go into the GCP bucket. From the GCP bucket, it will update the dashboard. This is the framework I've created for performance testing.
Okay. Okay.
All the results will be pushed to GCP. I don't know GCP buckets. I still have to do it with the help of AI. They will teach you. Because I know
Oh,
AWS, GCP was easy for me.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So AI is used, but you have to wait until all the fundamentals are completed. Then only you'll see the power of AI. Like how I can use cursor for documentation sake. How do I use cursor for sign off, README? How do I
Yeah.
use this graphs if I want some graphs or something like that, like a Alio type of a graph or a report portal type of a graph, something like that.
Okay, Rahul, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
By the end of the course, can we get one project
Well,
using?
you'll be dealing with multiple projects. Like after I finish the course, we can give you a website as a capstone project. You have to write the test cases by yourself, and you need to automate the test cases what you have written, and you need to submit that project. That is at the end of the course.
Yeah.
See, assignments, capstone projects, there are unlimited from our end. The only thing is you need to sit and solve. Yes, go ahead.
For Pongal, any breaks are
Vasu,
there?
we are in a demo, so it's better not to discuss about the festival. Once you enroll, then we can decide on the leave plan based on the majority vote of the students, because our batches will drive based on the majority of the students. I don't take the decisions. As of now, we are currently in a demo, so it's too early to answer that question, Vasu.
So Rahul, if we want to connect you personally, how do we connect? Like, do you share some
In
personal
the
number?
group description, there is my number. You can drop a message or call me.
Okay.
Hi. I just wanted to understand, like, I came to know that this course is of 50 hours. So, are we going to cover all these in, like, if I consider 2.5 months, so are we going to finish it in mid of March?
For rest assured, I can try to cover by mid of March or third week of March if we start from tomorrow. And for Selenium, make it till April. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Monday to Friday only, no classes.
Monday to Friday, evening 8 to 9 p.m. IST. Weekends are off.
Sir, for Selenium with API, like it will take till April mid.
Once you go through the course, you'll understand it will take till April, because now the Java, we are spending more time on Java because everyone is expecting crystal clarity of Java. Not now, if I say, constructors, yes, I know constructors is a special method and all, they will not accept that. They should say why constructor. You should say why constructor. From where the concept of setter methods come. Why it is a specialized setter. How it will trigger. These kind of clarity you need to have. And you're answering the
Yeah,
questions in it.
Rahul. Yeah, absolutely correct. Nowadays, they are not asking interview questions on that any tools like in automation. They fully want a Java like coding. I don't know, like
Yes,
from the tester, they want a developer answers, but
that's what.
how they
That's
are
what.
making differentiate like a tester should answer a developer
No,
answer.
I will give you the clarity from an interview perspective. The thing here is the difference between a QA versus dev is you will not answer Spring and Hibernate questions. They will answer Spring and Hibernate questions. That's the only difference right now, because you will be tested on only core Java.
Yeah. But if you answer a question, then among the answer also they will ask another question.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the problem. We are trying to address that problem with our course.
So that's the reality. Like if they want a tester, but why they're like searching a developer inside a tester?
Yeah,
Most of the
I mean,
organizations right now, they are looking like the developer can do the testing, the UI
Testing,
backend and
yes,
everything.
correct.
So going
Full
forward,
stack
it would be
developer they
everything.
want.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's not like earlier. Now the organization want multitasking, not a single person.
yes. Full stack testing. That is the new role.
Yeah.
Full stack testing means the candidate should do performance, the candidate should do functional, the candidate should do automation, the candidate should have basic knowledge on this Red Hat Ubuntu on security testing. I mean, I don't know why the market is heading. Even I'm surprised by the rapid evolvement. I'm personally surprised by every 6 months what kind of enhancements or evolvement is happening.
But
But
Rahul,
Rahul, it is
once we
very,
enter into
yeah, it is.
One by one,
organization,
please. One by one, please. Yeah.
yeah, please.
But it is very sure that first we need to start with the functional testing, right?
Yes, we have to start with functional testing. But given the, see, previously 1 year back, the product timeline was 3 years, 5 years. Now the product life cycle is only reduced to 1 year, 1.5 year. The shipping of a product. So because of that, you have to learn things simultaneously. Got it, Priyadarshini?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you have to do manual testing. See, we have to be a smart planner. Priyadarshini, I hope you have some 10 plus years of experience, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So you have
Yes.
to you have to be a smart planner here. There's no other choice. You have to do manual
Because
testing.
automation always starts from sprint plus one, right? It
Sprint
never
minus
starts with the
one. I mean, n minus one
Sprint
sprint.
minus n minus one.
okay. But with the current existing sprint, it never starts.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So there's a lot of debate, Priyadarshini. I would like to have this debate in a weekend session. Like, I don't know how many people will enroll, but I would like to have this kind of discussions over a weekend. We can take a special class. There's no topics. Let's have a general discussion about the QA trends. I'm more interested to have this kind of conversations. We can have a 1 day of weekend class or 1 hour, 1.5 hour. We can have this kind of discussion. It's better to have this kind of discussions and hit a ground reality.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Anything else, guys?
So, sir, this courses, I believe, then more than 50 hours, right?
Yes, I give the minimum as 50 hours, but certainly it will go more than 50 hours.
50 hours,
I
yeah.
can I can
But it
assure you
will
that.
wind up by April mid, right?
Yes, I will try to wind up by April mid, provided there is no there is no
Hiccups.
mishaps, hiccups.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Well, see, from my side, I will give you the super clarity about each and every small topic. Practice is up to you. My role is as a trainer is 40%. 60% is your role, guys. How you practice, how you do the day-to-day job.
Correct.
I think Rahul, the point which you picked, right? Like, on the weekends at least, not every weekend, but at least in a month, right, till the course completes, we should have one session, where people come up with their current, like the roadblocks which they have, and how can we sort it out? Like,
Yeah, we
at
can
least,
do that. We can
yeah,
do that. That's not a problem. I am okay to taking a 1 hour session on a weekend, monthly wise, and we can discuss. See, nothing related to the course. Any professional roadblocks we can
yeah,
see.
yeah,
We can try to help each other. That is a. I mean, I feel that is a very good idea. We can take it up.
yeah. How can we have the approach? That's the main
Yeah.
concept. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. There's nothing. Yeah. Anything else, guys? We are. I mean, any questions quickly? If you could let me know, I will answer all your questions. Let's go have a great night. And
Yeah.
for people who skip their dinner,
Yeah, we have to go to office tomorrow as well, right? So,
yes, yes, yes. If anyone has any doubts, they can stay back. Others, they can drop.
so about the fee structure and everything, we'll need to
Everything
contact
you
the
can
numbers, right?
talk to the admin team. I'm only responsible for technical part of the course.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Rahul.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Okay, Manish. Okay, Nantu.
Rahul.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So we stopped in the initial, right? So I have 10 years of experience as
Okay,
a
okay.
manual
Mm.
QA.
Mm.
So currently I am with jobless. Um, everybody is.
Mahesh, I lost you. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. So 10 years I have in the QA. So currently I'm
Mhm.
on without job. So I have learned playwright automation, but that is not giving me the job. So everybody is
Sorry.
asking API, Selenium. Um,
I'll tell you what is the reason. In Indian market, 80% of jobs are still on Selenium. Whatever the hub buzz or hype you see in Playwright is just the buzz. because the
Okay.
primary tool should be Selenium, the secondary tool should be Playwright, because Selenium is a proven leader in enterprise level applications. Playwright is hyped, but it's still it to prove its niche in the enterprise level market.
Correct, correct. So, what is your suggestion? I have
First,
already
go
learned the
with
playwright.
Selenium with Java. First thing, see, that is like the ABCDs of automation. First, you be clear with Selenium with Java and the fundamentals of automation, followed by go with Playwright. Then you'll have a clear understanding of what is. There's a concept called as automation engineering that you'll understand clearly with Selenium with Java. Once you go to Playwright, then it will be clear for you. A clarity will come for you. Got it, Mahesh?
But they are asking the experience, right? So,
See, you
playwright
can
is the new
manage.
tool.
See,
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing about experience. If I was in your position, I would put 5 years of automation, 5 years of what do you call manual testing. And
Okay.
whatever the course content we are covering like a developer style core Java. Definitely, if you practice everything, the quizzes, the problems, whatever I've given you, if you practice,
Mhm.
definitely you'll be in a position to answer the questions in the interview. Because mine is real time, and definitely you can make up for the experience. Because you can say, API testing, you can know UI testing with your experience, and since you have 10 years you can smartly manage things. Ideally you should smartly manage things, right, once you have the
Yeah.
knowledge,
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
right?
Okay. Okay. But it is taking very longer time, right? Like you were telling till April. Uh,
See, Mahesh, the demand of the market, I'm not designing this course
okay.
for my satisfaction. I'm designing the course as per the market industry standards. What in
Okay.
market demands, I'm doing it, and my focus is only on product based companies, not on service
Oh,
based companies.
okay. Okay. So any weekend batches
No,
from?
currently our weekend batch is running and they are in the middle of Java.
Oh, okay. So weekend batches will be like 4 hours in a day or what?
Hmm? Sorry?
Weekend batches will be 4 hours per day.
3 hours per day.
3 hours per day. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. 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 I'm good. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay, guys, see you all. Bye bye.